49ers. Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. This is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Santa Clara. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll run with the rookie, drafted in the 3rd round. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. Least close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Now, faking the give. This one complete right side. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, like they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
A run on 1st and goal. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Now it is 1st and goal. The tight end Moore in motion. Out of a gun, here's a run up the gut. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
2nd and goal. The tight end Moore in motion. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he's going to get this down to the 10-yard line. So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Throwing now from the gun. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Carlson's kick is good. And the 49ers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
They'll try to get the running game going. His 1st carry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up third down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, like living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here comes Jackson on the return. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Just see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
This brought him out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. Here's a run. The ball comes out. The Niners have got it. Boy, that one hurts, Greg. They had a really nice drive going and moved it halfway down the field, but then fumbled down here in the red zone, and the defense comes up with a turnover. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. They are very fortunate to get another shot at it. It is second down and goal. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Touchdown number 9 for the year. And that one bangs off the right upright. Does not go in. It's no good. And they're unable to add the point after. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. He will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. A handoff as they try to run it here. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Detroit. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and When you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The tight end Moore in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 3rd down, nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Rumbling past the 30. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
They'll stay on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. 2nd down and 8. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. Sly's kick is good. And the Lions will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man, left side. He's got it. They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, 49ers.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They face 2nd down and 7. A tight end in motion now. Now a give up the middle. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Here's a 3rd down and 4. incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Look at him stay on his feet as he's able to shimmy his way for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stick with him again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. They motion a receiver right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Handoff here, up the middle. And they finally wrestle him down at the Lions' 29-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Lions first down. Up the middle they go. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll put a receiver in motion right. He is taken down.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that 2nd down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A ball deep for the end zone. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This one from 52 yards away. This one not on target. It is short. It is right. It is no good. And their lead will stay right where it is.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man downfield. It's Laporta. A big one there to start the second half. 31 yards. 1st and 10. Now give on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. Gibbs with a first down and more. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Throwing here on 3rd, under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach 4th down by what they call on 3rd down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on 4th. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on 4th down is leaning towards settling for 3. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the 1st half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the 2nd half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. 14 on the pickup. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
So second down, and they'll run it. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The 49ers out for the punt, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll run. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now, 4th down. So this winds up to be a very smart decision to throw the challenge flag. They remeasure, and this indeed will become a 1st down. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Throwing now from the gun. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Both sides now going back and forth, trading blows. After a nice pickup and a handful of yards, the defense responds with a big sack. Now brings up 3rd and medium, and let's see if they decide to go back on the ground or keep it in the air.
And And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's caught by Gibbs. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Here's 1st and 10. Hill drops to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw, and he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this 3rd quarter. Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This from 45 yards away. Sly's kick is good. And the Lions will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, they go with their running back. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. In motion now is White. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. He's got it. That's a 1st down at the cross midfield. And down to the 47-yard line.
This is just another creative wrinkle that they can add to their offense to help move the chains. They don't do a ton of sweeps throughout the course of the game, but they do just enough here and there to keep the defense guessing.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
They'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The 49ers out to punt this one, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They hand it to Gibbs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential. Your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
They'll run on 2nd down. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 3rd and 6. In motion, it's Jackson. Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
2nd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now, faking the give. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So down 2 scores, they're going to roll the dice here with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 6. His hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And the Lions first down.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. It is 3rd and 10. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Slide comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This from 30 yards out. Sly's kick is good. And the Lions add on to their lead. Joey Sly back out to kick this one away. A return coming from the 14. Nice job on the return. And he's down close to the 35-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. going for it all. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll look to throw again. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, 49ers. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
They'll look to throw yet again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
So here it is, fourth down and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A handoff as they try to run it here. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
At the 22-yard line.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. Maybe a couple there. It's third down. Now a give up the middle. So a win for the visitors, the Lions. And this long winning streak showing no signs of slowing down. They put one more in the win column with yet another solid performance here. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.